I like this because the first thing is the definition. Now, when a definition of something is
Yes.
not known, anybody can just call it anything. Now, you said what's the difference between a nanny and a housekeeper? I'd like to take that first. A nanny, firstly, is someone who is hired to take care of a child. Their primary responsibility is to care for children. A housekeeper
Okay.
doesn't necessarily need to take care of a child. Their job function is to take care of the house. So now, when a nanny works with children, their full responsibility is to ensure that the emotional, the physical, the intellectual growth of that child is being given attention to, so they ensure that the child is able to meet their developmental milestones. When the child is not meeting their developmental milestones, they raise a red flag and call the attention of the parent to say, okay, this child is supposed to be crawling at this stage, but she's not. This is what I noticed. They have that calmness to observe and give feedback. But a housekeeper doesn't have that skill and is should not be expected to do that, because one, they are not even trained to do that. And when they come to your house, a lot of time, because not every family who hires a nanny actually gets trained nannies to take care of their children. A lot of people
It's
really
true.
think that as long as you're a girl, or as long as you're female, you should be able to take care of a child, which is wrong. But that would be a conversation for another day. Now, when it comes to housekeeping, housekeeping is also another specialized duty of work. When you go to hotels, you find out that they have the housekeeping section, that there's
Yes.
thorough cleaning. They ensure that the house is sparkling. Now, there's deep cleaning, there's spring cleaning. A lot of people would say, oh, my nanny, it does not know how to clean, but your nanny is actually not supposed to be cleaning, because when it comes to home management, it is a lot of work. And as we all have our homes, we understand what it means to actually ensure that things, dust the house is dust free. We maintain everything that is needed in a home. When the groceries
Yes.
are done, we keep like a record of it and ensure that, okay, this is finished, we need to get more. um Washing of clothes, laundry. There are different aspects in a home. Cooking, you know it's if I used to have a client that has a schedule. She has a housekeeper that does that. So every day of the week is for different part of our home. So the housekeeper comes on Monday. She takes care of it, everything in the kitchen. She cleans it thoroughly. Tuesday is for another part of the home. In fact, she has a day that is just for laundry, and laundry is just a wash of towels. Everybody's towel in the house. That's how detailed she is. So when people now say, "Oh, I want to hire someone that doubles as a nanny and a housekeeper," fine, you can get someone that does that depending on how big or your family is, or how big your home is.
Yes.
But
Yes.
a lot of time, you don't get the maximum value of that role of a housekeeper and that role of a nanny. So
Okay.
that's the
Okay.
difference between a nanny and a housekeeper. Now, when you now say a childminder, you know,
Or, or
it's
how to help.
oh, out. So now, when you say house help,
You need to see how patient is looking.
wait, yeah, okay. The reason why I say house help. There are some names that we've commonized, and
Yes,
it
yes.
is
That
the
was why I intentionally brought up the name house help because we are Nigerians and we use that word a lot.
a lot, and we
Yes.
use it easily and just anyhow. House help,
Yes.
it can be a powerful name, but we understand that when somebody say my house help is coming, I don't tell my house help make it come. It's like there's one small girl. There's just it gives, and there's an imagery
Yeah.
attached to that title
Yes.
already. So
True.
even though the
Yes.
name carries power, it is not valued the way you would say, oh, I've called my um, internet expert, or I've called my IT consultant to come. Can you see
Yeah.
the picture that comes to your mind? So when you say my house help, someone who helps you in the house. You need help. Everybody needs help. This is the digital age. Even as a stay-at-home mom, you need help.
You need help. Help.
Do you understand? So
Mm.
it's someone who helps you at home, you run errands for you, who understands your routine, who knows what to do when you're not there. That is powerful. That's a powerful job. And
Mm.
because we already commonized it, when you say house help, we personally, each and every one of us would give our personal definition to what a house help is. But if I'm going to go with that literal or my own based on experience on the job, a house help is basically anyone in the house that helps you coordinate your affairs, who understands your schedule, your routine, how you like your things done. And
Mm.
a lot of time, this is what people look out for when they hire nannies and when they hire housekeepers. Because
Mm.
you find out that when someone has worked with you for 1 year and someone is just coming to work with you today, it's different. The lady that has worked
Exactly.
with you has experience on how you like your coffee made, how you like your children to go, when you like your children to go to sleep. They and basically that's what you want. That's what everybody wants. For most, like I always tell Nana, I said the only thing they want you to do is to understand them. Once you have an understanding of them, they will do anything to keep you.
This is truly interesting. Thank you so much, Fumilola. So and indirectly, Fumilola, you are telling me that I ops mama, I'm a nanny, I'm a housekeeper, because I do all these things,
You are
and
loaded.
I'm not being paid.
Yeah.
And it's not being paid. Interesting. Talking about expectations of homeowners when you're having nannies or house help, and what you want them to do. What
Mm.
do you think should be the questions that we should be asking? So I'm the house owner, and I want to approach you for as an agency. I need
Yeah.
some nannies, or I need a child care. Someone, I mean, child caregiver, someone who look after my child. What are the questions you think I should be asking? That is me as an homeowner. And let's say I'm the nanny on the other side, right? What are the questions I should also, because a lot of people are ignorant. I'm going
Mm.
to use that word of certain things. Fine, people need jobs. They want to work. They want to
Mm.
have somewhere to stay and all of that. We have homeowners who are probably moving into a new different city, and they
Yeah.
need somebody to come help with their children, with their home affairs, and
Mm.
you just want to take anybody that someone will just refer to you. What are the questions that we should be asking ourselves, either as a homeowner or as a nanny?
Okay, thank you for that question. Okay, firstly, as a homeowner, you need to understand what you really want. Now,
Mm.
for most people, they don't have that physical space to accommodate someone extra. So,
In their house.
in their house, do you want a living? Someone works as a living, or someone who does a live out?
Mm.
Now, in that case, your family, what level is your family at this point in time? So for someone who has a newborn and then you want a leave out, how do you really want to manage that? Some things are just not possible. Because if you hire a leave out nanny and you have a newborn, the, at what time of the day do you really need help? Or would you mind that the person comes during the day and then you do the major work, which is during the night with the baby?
Mm.
Do you understand? So, first and foremost, you as a family need to decide what you really want, or you need to know what you really want. Now, when you're clear on what you want, then you can easily now tell the agency, this is what I want. I have this, I have that. Because now, another thing is, some people will come to us and say, I want to hire a 20-year-old for it, and I have a newborn. And I'm saying, I wouldn't recommend
That
that.
is not even safe.
But you'll find families trying to justify why they don't want um, someone more matured or someone older. There are a lot of reasons. But
Mm.
as an agency, we give our recommendations and we now leave it up to them to decide what they want. We can't force it, we just advise. Do you understand? So that is why I'm always keen on people having a better understanding of their need. Is what you want, what works for you. Meanwhile, you can
Yes.
hire a 20-year-old that knows the work, that is passionate about children, that does it even better than
Mm.
a matured woman. I've seen a matured woman
Yes.
who has children and she doesn't even know how to use a pamper. She doesn't know how to help a baby with the pampers. The poo was coming out on one side of the bum, So sometimes it's not age, but then there's this their characteristic, basic characteristics you expect from different ages. So we as an agency, we put it to use so that when these things show up, you already have an idea that it was bound to happen, especially based on the age factor. So when you know what you want, some people also choose based on tribe because they are just not compatible with some kinds of people, or this is the way it works in their family. They just want a uniform language. Different. Every family is different, and we can't force our family A style with family B style. So
Exactly.
when families are clear, then we can easily work on their request. Now, once that is sorted, we sort based on the profile that the client has chosen, and we schedule an interview in that aspect. Now, when it comes to the interview section, the client basically knows what they are looking out for. For most
Yes.
families, honesty is like the bane of the conversation. And one of the things we also train nannies on is you need to be truthful. If you're not trustworthy, if you're not honest, you can't do this job. Because for someone to bring you into their home, they are giving you 100% trust. The business, the industry is a trust-based business. Now, it's a lot of times you don't get to know people well until you live with them. But they've thrown you a dice that is 100% trust. It's now left to you to either break that trust or, make it worth it. So that's the way it works when it comes to the hiring process. Do you get every other question like have you done the work before? It's just trying to understand if they can be trusted, because if your conversation, if your story is not adding up, it raises a red flag. Do you understand?
Interesting. Talking about employing people, we're gonna go on a music break, and when we're back, we're gonna talk about employing underage individuals and what people need to know,
All right.
about that, and of course, we live in a communal society where people say, "Oh, I have one young girl in the village. Let her come stay around. Just come. Don't pay her. Let her just pay.